Hello students! Today we will study secularism. To start with it, let's have a look on a story first. Here a girl is asking her mother, "Mom, why do we only grow bananas in our garden?" Mom says, "Because in the religion of a country we can only grow bananas." "Why only bananas? I don't like to eat them anymore." Then girl got an idea. Idea. I should go to my aunt's place to get some other fruits. "Hello, aunt. How are you?" "Hello, my kid. How come you are here today?" "Aunt, because I want to eat fruits other than banana. And mom said that we can't grow them as we can only grow banana in the religion of our country." "Yes, that's true." "But why it is not same in your country?" "Because here the government allows individuals the freedom to live by their religious beliefs and practices." Wow, this is so nice. This type of country is called as secular country. I have never heard this word secular. What does it mean? Okay, let me explain you this. Secularism means the separation of religion from the state. Okay. Yes, my kid, that is why here individuals from any religion can grow any fruit they like. I wish my country would have been a secular country. So, as we saw the story, we learnt that secularism refers to the separation of the religion from the state. What does it refers to? Secularism refers to the separation of the religion from the state. And in a secular country or a state, every individual have a freedom to practice their own religious beliefs. Therefore, in the girl's aunt's country, they can grow any fruit as they have all the freedom in their religion and government doesn't interfere in their religious practices. Now let's talk about what is religion. Religion is the personal belief and practices relating to the divine. It is also people's beliefs and opinions concerning the existence, nature, and worship of the divine. Buddhism, Christianity, Hinduism, Islam, and Judaism are the major religions practiced all over the world. Now let's see why it is important to separate religion from the state. So, here are four reasons for separating state from the religion. First is to prevent domination of the majority religious groups. Second is to avoid the violation of fundamental rights. Third, to give individuals the freedom to switch their religions. Fourth, to give individuals the freedom to interpret their religions differently. Did you know, children? India is a secular country. The Indian government is secular. India allows religious freedom. It does not promote or discriminate against any religion. All religious groups are free to practice, profess, and promote their religion. What is Indian secularism? The Indian constitution mandates that the India state be secular. What are the objectives which ensure secularism? So, the objectives are that one religious community does not dominate another. Second, that some members do not dominate other members of the same religious community. Third, is that the state does not enforce any particular religion nor take away the religious freedom of individuals. Now let's see how does the Indian secularism works. through many strategies. So we will be taking three strategies. The first strategy is the strategy of distancing itself from the religion. The first strategy is strategy of distancing itself from religion. So the Indian state is not ruled by religious groups. It does not support any one religion. Also, the government spaces like law courts, police stations, government schools, and offices are not supposed to display or promote any one religion so as to uphold the dignity of the citizens, as the state gives equal respect to all existing religion. So let's have a look on the scene of a government high school. In a government high school in Simapur, students want to celebrate a religious festivals. So they ask their teacher, "Sir, there is a big religious festival next month. We have never celebrated in school. Can we do it this year?" The teacher replies, "I am afraid that it isn't possible, Rekha. This is a government school. We cannot give importance to any one religion. Private schools may do that, but government schools don't celebrate any religious festivals in the school premises. Most religious festivals are public holidays so that we can celebrate these at our homes." Then the children are discussing, "I never thought of this way. I guess we can always celebrate it outside school. Anyway, we are planning to celebrate it in our locality." So, as we saw that the teacher didn't agree to celebrate the religious festival as suggested by the students, because the celebration of religious festival within the school would have been a violation of the government's policy of treating all religions equally. As the government schools cannot promote any one religion either in their morning prayers or through religious celebrations. Second is the strategy of non-interference. Next is the strategy of non-interference. In order to respect the sentiments of all religions and not interfere with the religious practices, the state makes certain exceptions for particular religious communities. So let's see it through an example. A group of friends who have recently bought scooters are meeting to go for a ride together. "Hey, I hope you have a helmet. You know, the law in Delhi requires that you wear one. Why aren't you wearing a helmet? Do you want to be fined?" "Don't worry, I won't be fined." "Hey Paramjeet, why won't you be fined?" For 6, wearing a pagdi is very important part of a religion. The government cannot force me to wear a helmet. So as we saw, Paramjeet the Sikh does not have to wear a helmet. This is because the Indian state recognizes that wearing a pagdi is central to a Sikh's religious practice, and in order not to interfere this, it allows an exception in the law. Now let's talk about the third strategy, which is the strategy of intervention. It is a strategy of intervention. In order to prevent religion-based exclusions and discriminations of lower caste, the Indian Constitution bans untouchability. The state is intervening in religion in order to end a social practice which discriminates and violates the fundamental rights. The intervention of the state can also be in the form of a support, as the Indian Constitution grants the right to religious communities to set up their own school and colleges. It also gives them financial aid on a non-preferential basis. Now, let's have a comparative study on secularism in India and USA. So, India and USA follows different patterns of secularism in their own countries. Let's talk about USA first. USA practices secularism in the literal sense. That is to say, the clergy and the state are completely separated from one another. And in India, secularism, as well in practice, religion and politics are separated. But the state does not get involved in making a few laws on religious matter. For example, the Ayodhya case. Next, it's the spirit of secularism in both the countries. In USA, the First Amendment of Constitution bans laws declaring its support to particular religion. It can't declare any particular religion as the state religion. In India, under the right to freedom of religion from Article 25 to 28, various provisions can propagate the ideal of secularism. Article 25 gives all the people in the country freedom to propagate any religion. Laws on secularism in both these countries. Secularism in USA, the state does not have any interest in making law on religious matters. In India, India can make laws on religious issues if it feels that an individual's fundamental rights are being violated. Now, let's see the secularism and India's preamble. So, here is the picture of the Indian Constitution preamble. The main principles of the Indian Constitution are incorporated in the preamble. One of the main features of Indian Constitution is secularism. Along with secularism, justice, liberty, and fraternity are also mentioned in the Constitution. Article 14 to 18 aim to remove social inequalities. Article 36 to 51 aim to provide economic justice to all people of India. They are collectively called Directive Principles of State Policy. The preamble states that all individuals deserve social, political, and economic justice. The political justice includes the right to vote, the right to contest elections, right to hold public offices, right to criticize the government, right to form political parties, and right to submit petitions to the government. The freedom provided to all the citizens by the Constitution enables them to express their thoughts, faith, and religious idea in public. The Constitution expects its citizens to promote brotherhood among fellow citizens. A feeling of brotherhood promotes the idea of secularism and discourages discrimination based on religion, caste, or any other identity. So, here we end the chapter. I hope it was interesting and you have understood the topic. Thank you.